Today for the Bitcoin price with Carl from the Moon, we will talk about the fact that Bitcoin can actually reach 14,000 US dollars towards the halving. However, there are very important key levels we actually have to hold and we have to bounce from. We will talk exactly about that, about these key levels and also about our specific price prediction towards the halving. That being said, we want to come to the most important question of today. Carl from the Moon, how are you doing today, my man?
I'm doing extremely well. How are you doing today?
Man, look at this. I mean, come on. Davos is beautiful. We are so happy to be here at the World Economic Forum with Donald Trump, Greta Thunberg, Angela Merkel, like all these crazy people are here. And it's actually crazy to see that like 20% of the people here are actually in crypto. So you can see the smart money is aware of that topic already. Whereas if you go to the general public, maybe it's like 1 or 2%. So that being said, we want to go straight into the content. And as the title already shows you, there might be a crazy run up towards the halving. However, there are important levels we actually have to hold for that. So Carl, can you maybe start before I share our specific on-chain metrics we actually have to hold to achieve this price?
Yeah, so if you want to back out and take a look at the macro time frame, so let's take a look at the monthly time frame. There is one moving average EMA, both of on the monthly, the 2021. If you look at the chart, you can see that there is a lot of support in these levels, and Bitcoin has previously back in the 2018 bear market tried to get supported by this level, and it was successful for some time, but then we all know what happened. Bitcoin broke the low, and that's where we had that horrific big fall from 6K down to 3K, and that marked the bottom of the bear market. So we know for sure that these levels are extremely important, and so far so good. We are still above that level after breaking it to the upside when we broke up towards 14,000, and I think it's very important to hold above that level. I think we probably will. That's my opinion. Yeah, until the halving, I think we will go bullish towards the halving, but I'm not sure if we will. I don't think that we will breach above 14,000. That's my opinion. What do you think about that?
So yeah, first of all, I can agree with that. I actually regret a little bit that we didn't cover the 21 all too much on our channel. We covered it a few times because it is extremely significant. If you go back into the previous bull markets, you can actually see we had multiple bounces from the 21-week moving average, even exponential moving average. You can use both actually. You get a very similar picture, and whenever we broke below it after the all-time high, we saw a massive bounce to the downside, and also the EMA, or the simple moving average in that case, and also the moving average, which was support before afterwards, was getting resistance, and the Bitcoin price always got rejected. So it's actually great news that we finally went above it, and that the Bitcoin price is already since like nearly 2 weeks holding above. So very important level. Also another important level, going from the technicals over to the fundamentals. Talking about the on-chain fundamental metrics, there is the SOPR, the spend output profit ratio. As you remember, we at MMCrypto, we always look also on the on-chain fundamental indicators, and the SOPR, the spend output profit ratio, is calculated, as you probably already know, by the price paid divided by the price sold. And it's taken from the Bitcoin blockchain, this data. So, however, it means that the Bitcoin holders, whenever this ratio is below 1, are trading generally in a loss, and whenever it's above 1, they are trading in a profit. So in bear markets, we are usually above 1, since the majority of people are trading or are holding in a profit, whereas in a bear market or in long bear trends, we are below, and the value of 1 gets to resistance. So, however, also, again, very good news, a week or 2 weeks ago, when we broke above the 21 EMA, or the 21 simple moving average on the charts, we also shot on the on-chain fundamental indicator also above 1. So it's very important not only to hold the technicals, but also to hold the on the on-chain fundamental indicators above the value of 1. Because going back into the previous bull markets, always when we went into a bull market, this value was always above 1, and when we dipped down, we always found support at the break-even level of the SOPR. So we have to stay above the 21-week moving average and the SOPR above 1. So guys, putting that together, let's say we get a significant bounce from the 21-week moving average, and also we can hold above the SOPR value of 1. then we will actually also be much more bullish, even though we already have the opinion that we are in an uptrend and that we broke the bearish structure. This would be the further more confirmation for it. And if that happens, let me share my price prediction, and then you can also share yours. Talked about with the MMCrypto team already about it. We actually think if we get a significant and massive bounce from that, just as we saw a massive bounce at $6,420, just a significant bounce like that with a lot of volume and follow through, then we could actually imagine that the price of $10,000 to $14,000 for Bitcoin in that specific bullish scenario until May 2020, which is the halving day, is very probable. So what's your opinion about that, Carl?
So I believe that we have already bottomed out. I believe that the levels from the bottom will probably stay as the bottom, and I believe that the $14,000 top was the that is going to mark the resistance, of course, that we need to break, but I don't think that we will break it before the halving. I believe that the halving is going to take place while Bitcoin is range bound between the bottom and that top, and after the halving we are most likely going to break above the 14,000 not very long after, because that would be consistent with the two previous halvings where we see a big spike towards a top like the 14,000. Now this 14,000 top looks a little bit different than previous halvings. This was much more explosive, but we can see similarities. And then the halving takes place not long after, but it's only after the halving where Bitcoin breaks back into a new local high and then starts climbing up towards the all-time high. So that's what I believe. 14,000 is gonna have to wait. I mean, we're gonna break 14,000 after the halving, so that's a few months.
Yeah, exactly. Also, I want to agree on the bottom. As you maybe remember, we talked about the 6,420 level where we got the significant bounce in that video here. Make sure you check it out if you haven't already. But also very important, guys, let us know what you think about that. Do you think we can reach a price target between 10 and 14,000 before the halving? Click the poll which is popping up on top of the screen right now and make your guess right now. Also go to the comment section down below and let us know what you think is your specific price target for the end of 2020. So that being said, Carl, thank you so much for coming to our episode. Do you have anything to share before we wrap it up?
No, I think that was it. I think this was a very nice episode, sitting on the balcony here in Davos. Perfect weather. We're going to some events later today, so that's going to be exciting.
Maybe meeting Donald Trump or so.
Who knows?
Who knows? So thank you so much for watching, guys. I want to show you a little bit of the area here. This is the Maria Church in Davos. And here you can see the city. It's basically the Congress Center is right down there. So we have just a small little walk, and we are in the middle of all the excitement. So thank you so much for watching, guys. And we will see each other very soon at the next one of MMCrypto. And as always, guys, bye-bye.